Recipe Lab. We're in the kitchen today. Just got back from Aldi's. And I wanted to do a quick visual for you guys as to the things that I like at Aldi's that can help us make healthier choices and healthier meals. So first things first, it's coming fall. I mean, here we are fall, it's October. So I picked up some chicken stock. You can choose to get the chicken bone broth or beef bone broth as well, which has more protein in it. But they didn't have that today. So today I got just the stock because I know I'm gonna be making some soups. So chicken stock, just the staples here. Some ground chicken. We love ground beef, but are trying to reduce our red meat. So using ground chicken to make things like tacos, or even if you want to add some protein to your spaghetti. Those are my two big go-tos with that. But if you know about my cookbook, you can get it on Amazon. It's called So Good Cookbook. And it is kind of like, so I grew up on like home cooked meals, you know, like the traditional American foods. Of like pizza and tacos and meatloaf and, meat and potatoes kinds of meals. And later became a bodybuilder. And so one of the things that I did after my bodybuilding was over was I would go from being really strict and eating clean, super, super tight, like bodybuilder diet, to way on the other end of the spectrum. And I remember thinking, gosh, there's gotta be a happy medium here. So my cookbook is kind of those two things coming together. Healthier options, but with comfort food. So you can always go online there, or maybe you have your own recipes that you like to use, and I'm just sharing these ideas. But I've gotta tell you, I've got a lot to do with ground meat because it's an easy meal. It's easy to chop it up and get it going. And it's pretty fuss-free as far as ground meat goes. Okay, so moving on. The other thing is making sure we have plenty of protein and produce stocked, right? So I love going to Aldi's because you can get a lot of organic stuff for very, very, very cheap. This, however, so all the berries. So I got all the berries today. I've got raspberries, blackberries, strawberries. Little tip with strawberries, smell the bottom of them. If you can't smell them, they won't taste good. You know what I mean? Like these smell like yummy strawberries, they will taste like yummy strawberries. It's when you get strawberries and you smell them and they smell like nothing, and then you taste them, you're like, those don't taste like yummy, juicy strawberries. That's a little tip from me to you. Okay, so I've got blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, and blueberries. So these are gonna be full of anthocyanins, of all these different pigments, the strawberries, all the different pigments that we're eating play a vital role in our nutrition. Full of vitamin C, lots of fiber. These are really great options for fruit, okay? Because you're going to get tons of fiber in them, so their glycemic index is gonna be a little bit lower. That's why I do a lot with berries. Also, if you get the munchies, you can kind of just run in, and I know you're supposed to run some, I don't. Sometimes. I mean, I do when I'm cooking like for other people, but for myself, sometimes I just reach in and grab a few when I've got the munchies. So love to have some berries on hand. You can put them in Greek yogurt. You can make Greek yogurt parfaits. There's lots of options there. If you do that, let me grab this for you. This is not from Aldi's. I'm going a little off the plan here. But if you do want to get a granola that's lower in calories, or at least lower in carbs and sugar, I really like the Sola granola. And I love the vanilla almond. Even if you think you might like the other flavors, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I got the maple one, not delicious. It wasn't mapley and sweet like I thought it would be. It was disappointed. But the vanilla almond I can definitely speak to, and you don't need a lot of it. You can go like plain non-fat Greek yogurt, sprinkle a little bit of honey, this, and then toss a bunch of berries on it. Yummy, delicious, high protein treat. I also really like that ratio yogurt. I know you can get it at Walmart. Aldi's has plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I didn't pick any up today because I'm just kind of over yogurt right now, but great option for a high protein snack. This is our treat. So if ice cream is a trigger food for you and it's easier for you just not to have it in your house, I respect that. It is not a trigger food for me. My husband he loves to have these. They're tiny little ice cream sandwiches, and they had a pumpkin spice one, but I've got to say, I kind of like this one better. I mean, the pumpkin spice was fun, for the first, fall seasonal thing. But I was over them real quick, personally. It's just my own opinion. But they're teeny, teeny, tiny. See how big they are? They're perfect if you just want that little something right after dinner and you just want a little snack. And the calories on these are great, 60 calories, okay, for one of these little sandwich cookies. 9 carbs, only 5 sugar. My rule with sugar, at least this was, with my daughter growing up, she's 27 now, was if you want cereal, you can get cereal, but it has to be under 12 grams of sugar. So same with like protein bars and things like that. Honestly, minimizing sugar as much as possible is awesome. But we also live in the real world, right? Like maybe if you're used to not eating very healthy at all, maybe that's a good number for you to start with. We're all in different parts of our journey, right? They have almond milk there. We get the 30 calorie. My husband loves to mix that with his protein shakes. Personally, I just mix mine with water most of the time. I don't really care. But if you want that creaminess, if you're really looking for that extra, like the mouthfeel of a better protein shake, the 30 calorie almond milk. And so I got the original, but I meant to get the vanilla. Just so you know, there is a difference. The other thing is you can use this like real milk, but if you get the vanilla and you accidentally pour it into something, like I was making lasagna soup from my cookbook, and I made the lasagna soup I was out of regular milk, so I put in almond milk, but it had vanilla in it. It was the vanilla one. And I was so sad because lasagna soup's probably my favorite recipe. Everybody loves it. It's so delish. And yeah, it tasted weird because I put the vanilla in. So I guess if I'm gonna make lasagna soup this week, maybe I'll be okay. But typically for the protein shakes, I like the vanilla. And you can use it for regular cooking, you want the plain. Okay, so a couple of other things. They have amazing spinach. I used to always buy the big ones, and I used to be so much better about eating spinach. And this one's spinach and arugula. It's got that peppery taste. So good. I started buying smaller amounts just because I don't know what it is, but I enjoy it. But I feel like I've been throwing a lot of it away lately. So a little smaller one, but maybe if you in your household you need more, you go for it. Organic broccoli, because this is really easy. So I'm a ranch snob. I only like full fat ranch, real ranch. Like don't even come at me with fat-free cheesecake or fat-free ranch. But I will eat a lot of broccoli if I can have the homemade ranch. And I make that with 1 cup of mayo, 1 cup of buttermilk, and a package of the ranch seasoning, the Hidden Valley ranch seasoning. So this is another grab and go. Like sometimes I know I just make it a habit. Like I'm gonna eat at least, a good chunk of broccoli on a regular basis, or I'll throw it into the salads. Not hard, right? Like we all know how to eat right, but sometimes it helps just to see other people doing it. I've got some asparagus. So another simple, easy meal. You can break your asparagus off, roast it with a little bit of olive oil and some salt. Some people like to put Parmesan and lemon on it. You can do that as well. And I'll have this with chicken this week. So that's just a nice, easy go-to. I don't feel like trying too hard kind of meal. Okay, last few things. So this one is not probably what most people would consider healthy, but I love this little hack. So here I've got some tater tots, okay? Now these are seasoned ones. So in these tater tots, I'm gonna make like a tater tot casserole. But here's what I do. I do the ground chicken, and then a little bit of Worcestershire sauce and a little bit of mustard, and season it up with garlic, salt, pepper, okay? And I do this all in the Foodie, the Ninja Foodie. So or in, an Instant Pot where you can sear it all together. And then all you do is drop in a can of cream of chicken soup. Okay, you could use cream of mushroom. If you can find the healthy request, go for it. Didn't have it at Aldi's today. I didn't let it ruin my day. And then a bag of your mixed veggies that you like. And then you just mix all that up. Throw these on top, a little bit of cheese on top, and then you can use the air fryer part of your Ninja Foodie if you have that, or toss the rest of it in the oven, or you can do it different ways. But it is so easy and fast and delicious and really a pretty lean meal, and it feels like just good comfort food. So that's served with a side salad. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, last few things. Okay, so I really try to avoid gluten, and I love these. Once again, if you have trigger foods, so there's certain foods that I just don't have laying around the house. Like if I don't even like sweets per se, but if I had candy corn sitting around during the fall, in a candy dish, I'd pick at it, I'd eat it, even when I'm not hungry. And so I don't make a habit of putting things like that out. And I'm just pointing that out to know, like, are you an abstainer or a moderator when it comes to things like that? If you're a moderator, you're the person who's like, oh, just give me a few and I'm good. I enjoy it. I don't overdo it. That's great. Personally, that's one of those things I mindlessly eat, so I know not to bring those in the house. Personally, I do well. I love a crunch with a meal. And so I love something like this. These are really, really good. The sweet chili, I can only attest to the sweet chili one. I don't really like the others. So this one is a gluten-free chip. And I'm not completely gluten-free, so don't judge me, but I do try to watch it. And then these are the bomb. Like, I don't care if you are gluten-free or not, get these, you'll love them. So these are the garlic and herb grain-free pretzels. And I'm not a pretzel person either, so these are really great when you just want a little crunch and you want some flavor. They're fantastic, maybe with a cheese stick. So if you want like a snack, like I said, ideally we're all eating paleo really close to the ground. In the real world, I feel like if I don't have a little bit of something like this, I go off the deep end and go way off. So having some stuff that meets you in the middle, I think is fantastic. The other thing that they had there were these little mini pizza crusts. They're thin crusts, and I love that. So you're looking at one crust is, oh, this is weird. It says 3 servings per container. Serving size, 1 crust. Oh, and the sauce packet. There's a sauce packet in there too. So the crust and the sauce packet, you're looking at 290 calories. So you put some cheese on it, and you're gonna have a 400 or 500 calorie, cheese pizza crust. I wish I would have read this one a little bit closer. I probably would have put it back. Not gonna lie. There we go. Their organic coffee is amazing, and they have some good turkey pepperonis there. And that's all I've got for today. Hope this helps you guys. I think it's really fun to see what people are buying at the grocery store. Please leave a comment. Please be sure to subscribe. Just getting ready to go out and finish up. So in our gym, we're building, I don't know if you guys can see out the window. I don't think so. We're building, there's an 11 by 30 foot shed that was here when we moved into this house here in Texas. And we're getting ready to put in our fitness equipment. My husband sells fitness equipment for Life Fitness. And I'm gonna be running my YouTube channel, this one, running free workouts right from the Synergy Lab. But we're currently just putting up the ceiling. Ran into a little snafu on that yesterday. But I think we have a solution for that. So I'm gonna put these groceries away, get back out there, get the ceiling put up, and I look forward to doing some workouts with you guys. I would love to hear what you're looking for in terms of workouts. I've got a 32-year background in fitness, and I love working out. I love showing people new things and showing you that you can do it. You can do it. Yes, you. All right, take care. See ya. Guys, I don't even know how to shut this off. I'm new to YouTube. I've been doing a lot of Instagram. You can follow me there too. Oh, good.